Lady Flames field hockey season just about set to get underway as Liberty embarks on another quest for a Big East Conference championship. I'm Nick Pierce, visiting here with graduate student and midfielder Reagan Underwood, back for her fifth and final year with the Lady Flames. Well, Reagan, a lot of new players on this squad this year. You've had a chance to see everyone in action once already, a scrimmage with UVA. Got another one coming up here with App State. What are your early impressions here with so many newcomers?
Yeah, I mean, we have 10 new people on the team, which is crazy, but honestly, just having a lot of fresh faces allows for new flexibility, new people to be able to just to step up and have that opportunity to show what they have, to bring what they have to the team. And it's just been really cool just to see fresh faces out there playing hard and giving it everything they got.
You mentioned that this is your fifth year, so you're one of the leaders here on this team. How do you take these young newcomers alongside and kind of help them get acclimated?
I mean, the most that I can do is just make sure that I'm helping people when they need it. I'm giving them advice when they need it, right, at practice. But when we get to game day, other than being able to be a guiding force on the field, is trusting them to do their job because we've trained so hard, and just knowing that I have great teammates who are going to not only support me, but I support them in return.
5 goals for you last year. That was a career high. What expectations, goals do you have for yourself this year?
I mean, for myself, nothing really. I don't really like to set the bar for that stuff. I just like to go out there and say, hey, whatever I'm going to do for my team, go out there and do it, whether that's with stats, without stats. I don't need stats, luckily, in order to know I'm going to be helpful for my team when I play.
Talk about setting the bar. This program has set the bar pretty high for itself with a lot of accomplishments, achievements, NCAA tournaments, championships throughout the years. What are the expectations internally? Because we know externally they're going to be really high, but internally, what does this team expect of itself?
Yeah, this team has had a history of championships and a lot of success, but again, like we always say, that's in the past, and our goals never change. It's always to win Big East, win national championship, but our greatest goal is to live for the highest purpose. That's both on the field and off. So honestly, we go into it just with an open mind, being ready to do whatever we can to not only play well during the regular season, but then peak when we need to when we get to that conference and, national championship run.
Talk about you being a graduate student. What are you taking right now?
For my classes and stuff, I'm in professional communications.
What do you want to do?
I want to either go into digital media with video editing or hopefully go into coaching.
Oh, what made you want to get into this field?
This field for coaching?
For media, yeah.
Digital media, I got started in it when I was in high school doing video editing. I did a lot when I was younger, just for fun, but then actually found a passion for it in high school and then loved doing it so much, and being able to combine it with my sport has been really cool as well. Shooting things for just for sports stuff for my own school projects, or now starting to actually help out with club sports. I've been really enjoying that.
Great stuff. Well, hopefully get to work with you one day, maybe. Reagan Underwood here with us for the Lady Flames field hockey team. Appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.
Joined now by the head coach of the Lady Flames, Parsley-Blocker, as we get set for another season here, Coach. So many newcomers we were talking about with Reagan just a moment ago. Do you feel like you have a good sense of the identity of this team yet, or how close are you?
Yeah, so, we're really excited. We are fortunate that we were able to bring in, out of the 10 gals that joined us, 5 of them in January, so it's not like all 10 of them are just getting on campus for the first time, although there's no doubt about that they're still really young, whether they came in January or they came, for the first time during preseason camp. But, yeah, we're very excited. I think just spending time around them, it's full of joy, full of passion, full of energy. There's definitely a youthfulness, but we're leaning into the good parts about it, and we're excited to be here.
I think there's a sense around this program. This is probably one of, if not the most talented classes, though, that you've been able to bring in. What are the expectations for this group, not just this year, but even beyond?
Yeah, I think it's something. It is the most talented class we've ever been able to bring in program history. So I think right now it's really about driving the standards and making it really clear about what Liberty Field Hockey is about, and just giving them the support that they need to acclimate, not just as an athlete here, but also as a student. And, the goals for us are never going to change. We're always going to want to win the Big East and to win a national championship. So it's about putting the things in place that we need to help make these guys successful, not just in the short term, like you said, but over the long term of their career.
On the field, biggest question mark you have coming into this year, and also thing that you're most excited about?
Oh, that's a great question. So, obviously we lost Beth, Jody, and Azula at different times. We're first team All-American. That's a big turnover in the back side of the field, or the back five as we would call it. But, we're just excited for the pieces that are coming in. So we've been able to see a good amount of that. Obviously playing UVA last weekend, who went to the Final Four last year and lost in the last couple minutes of that and had a very good performance. So we're really focused, even though some personnel has switched, of just getting them to understand what it looks like to be in a relentless pursuit and driving those standards every day. And they're coming along, and we're excited to see how, the season just unfolds with them. And then I think most excited is, I think anytime you have a new team, is just watching different people step up, because there's always opportunity. Somebody leaves, right? That's an opportunity for somebody to step up and to fill some of those shoes. And I've been really pleased with what we've seen from some of our gals that are returning, but maybe were following in years past, and now are really stepping into their own and leading this group.
You talk about some of the ones that are returning, 17-3 last year.
Yeah.
But the last two games were losses.
Yeah.
You get to the NCAA tournament, to have that bitter taste at the end of last year. Have you seen any, I don't want to say renewed focus or anything, but just anything different in the returning players after the way last year ended?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think nobody's really going to be totally happy unless you're standing at the end of it as the last team that's won the last game of the season. But yeah, it definitely was a frustrating way to end. So I think some of those girls are coming back, and they don't want the season to end the way that it did last year. But I don't know. I think they do a really good job also of just focusing on what they can control and what's in front of them right now, and really just concerned about controlling what we can in the process. And at the end of it, it's like you just got to let the results take care of themselves, because you can't control it all.
Lastly, schedule. It's always challenging. And you mentioned Virginia in the scrimmage. You see them again in the regular season in the home opener here. But before we get to that, a couple of games in Ohio, Kent State, Indiana. How do you feel about the way that the schedule came together?
Yeah, we're excited about it. I think, at the end of it, we want it to be a steady build, obviously, to make it to the postseason, Lord willing. And that's what it's really about, is peaking at the right time. So, we obviously have some very good people that we're playing on the schedule that are going to challenge us, because we want to continue to remain one of the top teams in the country, and that's how we think we're going to do that.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck.
Thanks so much.